The Power of Now, the timeless principles of presence, awareness, and inner peace. Inspired by Eckhart Tolle's bestseller, Success, Happiness, and Peace are often treated as destinations. Many people believe that once they achieve the right career, earn enough money, find the perfect relationship, or accomplish their biggest goals, they will finally feel complete. But even after reaching those milestones, many discover that the peace they were chasing remains just out of reach. Why? Because the real source of suffering is not our circumstances, it is our inability to fully live in the present moment. In The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle presents a profound yet practical idea. True peace and fulfillment are available only in the present moment. The past exists only as memory, the future exists only as imagination. Life itself unfolds only in the now. Rather than offering techniques for external success, Tolle invites readers to awaken from the constant stream of thinking that dominates modern life. He explains that most people unknowingly identify with their thoughts, emotions, and personal stories, creating unnecessary suffering. By becoming aware of this pattern and learning to observe the mind instead of being controlled by it, we discover a deeper sense of presence, clarity, and inner freedom. This summary explores the book's central ideas and timeless lessons that can help anyone experience greater peace, awareness, and purpose by embracing the power of the present moment. Most people live everywhere, except the present. The human mind constantly travels through time. It revisits yesterday's mistakes. It worries about tomorrow's problems. It imagines conversations that haven't happened. It regrets missed opportunities. It fears uncertain outcomes. Rarely does it remain fully present. Tolle argues that this constant mental activity disconnects us from life itself. Life is happening now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, only now. The present moment is the only place where we can think, act, love, create, and experience reality. Everything else exists only inside the mind. Learning to return to the present is the beginning of true freedom. You are not your mind. One of the most important ideas in the book is that you are not your thoughts. Most people believe every thought they think. I am not good enough. I always fail. My future will be difficult. They don't respect me. These thoughts appear so frequently that they become part of our identity. Tolle invites us to observe something remarkable. If you can notice your thoughts, then there must be a part of you that exists beyond those thoughts, the observer. Your awareness. Thoughts come and go. Awareness remains. The moment you begin observing your mind instead of becoming lost inside it, you create space. Within that space comes peace. The ego creates an illusion. According to Tolle, much of human suffering comes from the ego. The ego is not confidence. It is the false identity we create from labels and stories. Our job, our achievements, our failures, our possessions, our reputation, our opinions. The ego constantly seeks validation. It wants to feel superior. It fears criticism. It compares itself with others. Because the ego depends on external circumstances, it never feels secure. There is always someone richer, more successful, more attractive, more admired. The ego survives by convincing us that we are incomplete. True freedom begins when we stop defining ourselves through these temporary identities. The pain body. Tolle introduces a unique concept called the pain body. The pain body is the accumulation of unresolved emotional pain from our past, old disappointments, childhood wounds, broken relationships, feelings of rejection. These emotions never completely disappear if they are not acknowledged. Instead, they remain dormant until something triggers them. A small criticism suddenly creates intense anger. A simple disagreement becomes overwhelming sadness. The reaction seems larger than the situation itself. Why? Because the pain body has been activated. The solution is not suppression, nor is it endless analysis. It is conscious awareness. When we observe painful emotions without resisting them, they gradually lose their power over us. Accept the present moment. Acceptance is often misunderstood. Many believe accepting reality means giving up. Tolle explains the opposite. Acceptance simply means recognizing reality exactly as it is before deciding what to do next. If it is raining, accept that it is raining. If a project failed, accept that it failed. If life becomes difficult, accept the fact that this is your current situation. Resistance creates additional suffering. The event itself may be painful. Our mental resistance usually makes it worse. Acceptance allows clear action. Resistance clouds judgment. Psychological time versus clock. Time. The book distinguishes between two kinds of time. Clock time is practical, planning meetings, setting deadlines, learning from experience, preparing for tomorrow. Clock time is useful. Psychological time is different. It consists of endless worrying about the future, constant regret about the past, imaginary scenarios, persistent anxiety. This form of time keeps us disconnected from life. Use clock time when necessary. Live in the present the rest of the time. Problems exist mostly in the mind. Tolle makes an important distinction. There are situations and there are psychological problems. A situation requires action. A problem is often the mind repeatedly replaying the situation. Imagine losing your job. The situation is real. Searching for new work is necessary. But spending weeks imagining failure, fearing the future, and criticizing yourself creates unnecessary suffering. Handle situations, release psychological problems. Life becomes lighter. Presence is the highest intelligence. Many people believe thinking solves everything. Tolle suggests that our deepest wisdom emerges when thinking becomes quiet. In moments of complete presence, ideas appear naturally. Creativity increases, relationships deepen, solutions become clearer. This explains why people often discover answers during a walk, while meditating, or simply sitting quietly. Silence allows intelligence beyond constant thinking to emerge. Presence is not emptiness, it is heightened awareness. Relationships become healthier through presence. Many conflicts arise because people are not actually listening. Instead, they defend themselves, prepare arguments, judge, compare, assume. Presence transforms communication. When we truly listen without immediately reacting, understanding grows. The need to prove ourselves disappears. Compassion replaces defensiveness. Healthy relationships are built not only through words, but through attentive presence. Sometimes giving someone your complete attention is more valuable than giving advice. The importance of stillness. Modern life celebrates constant activity. Notifications, meetings, entertainment, noise. Tolle reminds us that stillness is not wasted time. It reconnects us with ourselves. Moments of silence refresh the mind. Even a few conscious breaths can interrupt stress. Stillness is always available. It exists beneath every thought. The quieter the mind becomes, the more deeply we experience life. Observe. Without judgment, the mind constantly labels everything: good, bad, success, failure, beautiful, ugly, right, wrong. While judgment has practical uses, constant mental labeling prevents us from experiencing reality directly. Instead of immediately judging every situation, Tolle encourages simple observation. Notice, experience, allow. This creates openness instead of resistance. Surrender is strength. The word surrender often sounds like weakness. Tolle uses it differently. Surrender means saying yes to the present moment, not because we enjoy every circumstance, but because reality already exists. Fighting reality wastes energy. Accepting reality allows intelligent action. A person trapped in denial cannot solve problems effectively. Someone who fully accepts reality can respond wisely. Surrender creates strength because it removes unnecessary inner conflict. Fear lives in the future. Much of human anxiety comes from imagining future events. What if I fail? What if something goes wrong? What if people reject me? At this moment, right now, most of those fears do not exist. They are mental projections. The present moment usually contains far less suffering than the stories we imagine about tomorrow. Returning attention to what is happening now immediately reduces unnecessary fear. Gratitude anchors us in the present. Gratitude is impossible without presence. When we appreciate this breath, this conversation, this meal, this sunrise, our attention naturally returns to the present. The mind shifts from scarcity to abundance. Life begins to feel richer without changing external circumstances. Gratitude is not ignoring difficulties. It is recognizing that every moment contains something worthy of appreciation. Conscious action replaces automatic reaction. Most people react automatically. Someone criticizes us, we become angry. Traffic slows, we become frustrated. Plans change, we become anxious. Presence creates a pause between stimulus and response. Inside that pause lies freedom. We can choose patience instead of anger, understanding instead of blame, curiosity instead of fear. Small moments of awareness gradually transform our entire personality. Success without inner peace is incomplete. Society often defines success through money, status, and recognition. Tolle does not reject achievement, he questions our attachment to it. External success without inner peace eventually feels empty. A peaceful person can pursue ambitious goals while remaining emotionally balanced. Their happiness no longer depends entirely on outcomes. They enjoy the journey instead of postponing happiness until reaching the destination. Inner peace becomes the foundation upon which meaningful success is built. Awakening is a daily practice. Living in the present is not something we achieve once. It is something we practice repeatedly. Every day, the mind wanders. Every day, awareness invites us back. One conscious breath, one mindful walk, one moment of silence, one genuine conversation. These simple moments gradually awaken us from unconscious living. The practice is not perfection, it is remembering again and again. Final thoughts. The Power of Now offers a simple yet life-changing message. The present moment is the only place where life truly exists. Much of our stress, anxiety, and unhappiness arises from living in memories of the past or worries about the future. By learning to observe our thoughts instead of identifying with them, we begin to experience a deeper sense of peace that is independent of external circumstances. Eckhart Tolle reminds us that true transformation does not come from changing the world around us, but from changing the way we relate to each moment. Through presence, acceptance, stillness, and awareness, we free ourselves from unnecessary mental suffering and discover a quieter, more authentic way of living. The central message is both profound and practical. Happiness is not waiting somewhere in the future, nor is it hidden in the past. It is available here and now, in this very moment. The more fully we embrace the present, the more clearly we see life, connect with others, and act with wisdom rather than fear. In the end, the Power of Now teaches that the greatest freedom we can experience is not freedom from life's challenges, but freedom from the constant mental noise that keeps us from truly living. When we learn to be fully present, ordinary moments become extraordinary, and life reveals a depth of peace, joy, and clarity that has always been within us.